Hi everyone, and welcome back to Rylie's Rants, where a girl rants about everything life, and welcome back to the podcast. I have been MIA for a little bit, but I am now back, and we have a guest. Who do we have?
We have Dennis here, y'all. Dennis, the man, the myth.
Literally one of my closest friends. We grew up together for 14 years. Wow, that's actually insane. When did we actually first meet? Was it kindergarten?
Kindergarten.
Really?
Yeah, I remember it was kindergarten, and our moms became friends.
Oh yeah. Anyways, so I heard that you used to do streams was it on Twitch?
Twitch, yeah.
So talk about that a little bit and your experience with that.
It was cool, it's a regret that I have quitting, because I blew up really quick. I made a lot of money in high school from streaming.
How much money are we talking though?
My best month was around 7,000, which for a 15-year-old was pretty good. Peak viewers I ever had was 1,400. It's pretty cool. Almost got partnered on Twitch, but I blew up fast. And the way Twitch partners work is you have to have 3 months of consistent viewers, and I did not stream for that long. I blew up really quick, and I regret quitting, because if I didn't quit, I probably could have been rich and famous and living in Bel Air right now. But honestly, it's all good. And yeah, it was pretty fun.
Why did you quit?
Well, my friend, he goes by the name of, he's a dumb, and he's a person I used to stream with. And he went around and did some no things and got banned. And that was the guy I streamed 16 hours a day with. That was my dog, right? Oh, wow. I'm without him, I'm incomplete when it comes to streaming. So when he got banned, no glaze. When he got banned, it was heart crushing. Honestly, it was worse than a breakup. It was no way. When I got the text that he got banned, it was
But why did you quit? You didn't have to quit. But you did.
So what happened? So what we used to do, how I blew up so quick, is I was #1 in the world at a game called Destiny. Right, I was #1 player, and was top 5. Me and were undefeated, and we used to help people. There's a thing in Destiny where if you win 7 games in a row, you get a reward. We used to help people win 7 games who couldn't. So that's how I blew up so quick, is because I would help people. I was funny. I would do a lot of stupid stuff on stream, jump off my chair and shake.
Oh wow.
So, and do dance parties and stuff. It was stupid, but I quit because I didn't have it. If he was seen playing with me, then I would get banned, because they were doing something called ban evading, which is when you get banned and you make a new account and you keep playing. He got banned in Destiny. He didn't get banned on Twitch, but he got banned in Destiny, so he couldn't stream Destiny anymore, because then.
But couldn't he have streamed other games though?
That's all he knew. See, the one thing, he has 15,000 hours on Destiny. 2 years of his life just on Destiny. Shut up. I don't know if I want to tell him about this podcast. He'll probably take some screenshots of my face and make gifs out of make gifs out of me. But it's all good though. Maybe so if you're watching this, fuck you. So.
Oh wow.
Love that guy. Love that guy though.
So we grew up together.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific childhood memories in our friendship that you remember?
Yeah, so the most traumatic one, of course.
Most traumatic one?
Yeah. So when we used to hang out in summer, and you had this bouncy house one day, and you thought it would be a good idea to dance in front of our parents. And Dennis didn't like that. Dennis didn't want to do that. But Dennis was lame if he didn't, and Dennis got peer pressured by Rylie.
No, I didn't.
Rylie's a terrible person, y'all.
I did not do that.
But yeah, so I ended up being forced to dance to Shell Shock by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in front of.
Okay, now we're just lying. Now we're just lying. There's
still a video. I bet you.
Really?
If you told your mom, because I know my mom has the video.
How do you know? Has she showed you?
Yes, she showed me multiple times. Look how cute you are. No. But go and delete that shit. It's just not funny. Yeah, but yeah. So that was cool. But honestly, our friendships, it's weird because we've gone, a year without talking. Multiple times, not multiple times, but we've gone months multiple times because we just had different friend groups in school, and feels like nothing's ever really changed though. Just chill.
Yeah, I feel like we've always kind of had that like bond that like where you don't talk for months and then it's like you come back and it's like
just chill.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it would be a stretch where I'm just at your house every day for like 2 months, and then we don't talk for 5 years, you know.
Okay, 5 years is exaggerated.
Like 5 months, and then it'd be the same thing. It was cool. It was fun. And definitely the nights, the getting food and all that stuff. It's just a vibe. Blasting music in the car, Babytron. I put her on Babytron, y'all.
Yeah, he did.
Go listen to Babytron. He's fire. No, it was really fun. Really fun.
So, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you actually moved away from home.
I did.
For right about a year, close to a year, right?
I moved late June and then moved back in March. So
close to a year.
Yeah, probably like 8 months, something like that, yeah.
What was your experience with that?
It was cool, you know. Moving out young, I definitely don't recommend unless you have security, unless you have a lot of money, because I moved out with not that much money. I moved out, you know, it was a good amount of money to afford furniture and stuff, but I feel like if you have that security that you can live with your parents, I would milk that shit as long as possible, you know, because like a lot of people like look down on living with your parents when you're like older, but like if you can just live with your parents and stack money and move out with like 50 grand, that's way better than moving out with like $3,000 and being forced to like live paycheck by paycheck. When there's no point to it, was. But if you have security, you know, it's cool to like live on your own young. You can do what you want, but I didn't. So it was definitely, there were some times where there was never a time where I was like, I'm not going to make rent. But it definitely, you know, sucked if like I was too sick to go to work, or like if I didn't get scheduled a lot for work, because that was kind of like what made me live was if I worked. So yeah, but it was fun. I think it's good. It helps me mature a lot and learned how to live on my own and stuff, and like live without my parents. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I actually know that you have lived here in Northern California like your whole life, and you moved to Washington.
Yeah.
What was like the difference? Like, did you notice any differences like in people or like weather changes? Like, obviously it's way different, but
yeah, the people I will say are a lot nicer there, way nicer.
But what are also some red flags in relationships for you?
Red flags. She's really friendly. Like, she's really, really friendly with other guys.
Like too friendly? Yeah,
like, you know, like touching like her guy friends a lot. It's like to her it might just seem like nothing. I understand that, but like it's kind of like you know what I mean? Like flirty. Yeah, like flirty without realizing it. Like, because another red flag, if she hates dogs or like cats, if she hates animals, big red flag. Because what are you doing? What are you doing hating animals? Like, are we good? So that should piss me off. When motherfuckers don't like animals. Love animals. Low key, lactose intolerant. Because like, bro, what are you doing?
Lactose intolerant? That's like not their fault though.
You know.
So it's like if a girl came up to you and she's like, oh, I'm lactose intolerant. You're gonna be like, bye.
On my knee with a wedding ring in hand, and she tells me, oh my gosh, and you never even realized I was lactose intolerant. No, I'm joking. All jokes. But you know, it's another red flag. She always on D&D. Because why you always on D&D for? Okay. Low of a red flag. Their high snap score. Because why you talking to so many motherfuckers?
But what if it's like you had the Snapchat account for a long time?
No, when I say high, I mean like 1 million plus.
Oh.
That's what I'm.
Okay, well that's great.
And it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Get off your phone, bro. So like, and then you want D&D on top of that? And then you friendly? And you lactose intolerant? Oh my gosh. You're not touching me with a 10-foot pole. Okay. But yeah, some red flags right there for sure.
Oh, I had a really good thought.
Oh, and when she doesn't let me get a motorcycle.
Oh, okay. So you want to get a motorcycle?
I'm gonna get a motorcycle. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know if anybody watching keeps up with motorcycles. But I'm gonna start with a Ninja 400. You know, it's slow. It's a good beginner bike. It only tops out about 115.
What made you want to get this? Like,
because it's cool.
I know. Did you just like wake up and like, I want a motorcycle?
Kind of, yeah. No, literally, yeah. I woke up one day and I was like, you know how sick it would be to have a motorcycle? My dream garage is literally a murdered out stage 3 tuned G80 M3 comp.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what you just said.
BMW G80 M3 comp, stage 3 tuned with NOS, everything. And then a BMW S1000RR motorcycle. Or a Ninja H2. That thing hits 94 miles per hour in first gear. So that's going to be fun to have. Mm-hmm. You know, down the road, hopefully by the time I'm like 24, I have that. But it's cool. You know, motorcycles, I just woke up one day and I wanted it. And you know what I mean? That's it. I was like, you know, I want a motorcycle. So I'm going to get a motorcycle.
What are you going to do with it though? Like, where are you going to ride it? Like on the street?
Freeway, street.
So like that's going to be your car basically.
If it's not raining, yeah. Yeah, no. If it's not raining, I'm out on my motorcycle. You know, road trip type thing. And you know, you low-key save gas. It's like $10 to fill up a motorcycle tank. Can you believe that? Crazy. So, sorry guys, we got some background noise. Low-key pissing me off. But, yeah, motorcycles, super cool. G80 M3 comp. If any of y'all know who that is, or if you don't know what that is, beautiful car. Blacked out, black rims, 5%. It's a car, yeah. It's a car, yeah.
It's a car?
Yeah, no, it's a BMW.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the motorcycle. I was like...
No, the S1000RR is a BMW motorcycle. I'm a BMW guy.
Okay.
And then, you know, I might get a Maybach. Mm-hmm. You know. Whatever happens, happens.
So what would be like... What's the career that you're leaning towards to like get all this stuff?
Well, I'm going to be a journeyman electrician. Right now, I'm an order selector like manager for a warehouse, which I make really good money in right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to go to school next month for electrician. It's a 5-year program, mm-hmm. and it starts at $22 an hour, and then every year it's plus 10. So I'll graduate on my 5th year. What's 20? 72 an hour. Sorry, no, 72 an hour. And then when I graduate, it'll be union, so I'll be making no less than 85 an hour. And then when I work in San Francisco, it'll be no less than around 120 now. So that's how.
So you're kind of planning on like jumping city to city, or like do you want to stay in one specific location?
Like, yeah, I want to work like major cities because that's what pay the most, like the skyscrapers and stuff. And electricians are actually projected to be the most valuable by the time we're all like 40, like 20 years, because they want to make everything AI now, but they need all these power plants to do that. Electrician's going to build the power plant. So is that what you're hoping to do? Like, what's like your drive? Like, do you want to like build certain things, or like what exactly do you want to do? Alignment sounded cool at first. Alignment are the people who like do like the power lines and stuff. But those have a high death rate. I ain't gonna lie, because you're just up in the air 24/7. Yeah. Electricians actually have a shockingly high death rate. I don't know how. How are you dying? Electrocuted, right? I guess, but like I electrocuted myself really bad one time. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, bro, what?
Fun fact about me, actually. Fun fact about me: when I was a kid, I stuck keys in outlet holes.
Why would you do that?
I had to build up the tolerance. I knew what I was gonna do, so I had to build up the tolerance. And
so, is this actually like something that you've wanted to do like your whole life? Like your dream career kind of thing? Or?
My careers were all over the place. At first, I wanted to major in computer science and be a software engineer. And I went to college. I did 1 year of college for that, and I took some coding classes. But it's so like saturated, the computer science market. And you know, my cousin, he has a master's in CS, he like has gotten laid off for no reason. Like, he's really good at what he does, and he just has got laid off because like AI is just taking over jobs. So
it is going to take over a lot of people's jobs.
Yeah, and guess who's going to be powering the AI? Don't blame me though. I'm just doing my job. But yeah, and it's also just, it's a big commitment.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes, or most of the time, it's an office job, and I'm not really the type to have like an office job. I like more hands-on. Like FedEx is what made me get into like, I want to be working like actually with my hands and lifting stuff. So electrician is pretty much the perfect. And yeah, so I started with computer science, then I went into management information system, which is like back end software engineering. So like, how do I explain back end software engineering? Basically just like the back end of coding. Like the front end would be like when you're typing and like the three little dots come up. Like the front end is what the people see on the apps. Back end is like what makes that happen. So I don't know, but that sounded really cool because I was really into computers. I'm still really into computers and like hacking and all that, whatnot.
Especially because you like streamed or whatever.
I love streaming. Yeah, no, not of course because I streamed.
You should get back on it. Maybe it'll blow up.
I definitely will, but I don't know. I just don't have time to do it now. I work a lot, or I will be working a lot very soon. So I just don't have the time, and like I'm on my gym grind right now too. So I'm on my eating healthy gym grind. You know what I mean? So it's cool, but yeah, pretty much just like computer science, and then yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. That's what I really thought I was going to do. That's what I want to do my whole life is computer science. And then last second I was like,
what changed?
When I got my freshman schedule in college.
Okay. Okay.
All right, we're back. Technical issues here, guys. Guys, we've been filming for about 2 hours here. We've been filming for like 14 hours, guys. We've been through 3 cameras, 2 mics. We got to go to Best Buy about 5 times.
All right.
This is crazy. It's all good. The commission check gonna hit. It's all good.
So, talking about your future career.
Where were we?
This was what I was going to go into next. Would you say that if you were still in Washington and you were still living that life before you came back here?
Yeah.
Do you think that you would be pursuing, like, I guess your dream career?
Yeah, no, I had a school I was going to go to out there for electrician. So it would be the same career.
Is that why you went out there, or?
Nah. We don't got to go.
So what is life like now, being back here in your hometown?
Honestly, is great. I'm just at peace with being by myself, and I have a good group of friends that I love hanging out with. I got a good job. I got a good plan to go forward. Everything's set in motion. I'm just chilling, I might move out in like, I don't know, maybe 2 years. I don't know. Whenever I have probably like 50K or something like that. I don't know. I want to move out with so much money, just so it's just, I know how it's like to move out with not that much money. So
do you think that was one of your lessons, was like finance and like learning how to manage that?
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely want my credit to be in the 800s before I move out. It's because that should make everything easier. So yeah, but life here is great. Just chilling. Just don't really have to worry about much other than like working in school and just making sure I just keep consistent with the gym. Hanging out with y'all is a blast. So it's cool. It's chill. I like it.
Yeah. Do you think that you had to worry more over there about like other things, like rather than here, because you said it's chill? Like, was it more like crazy over there?
It wasn't. It was just like, it wasn't more crazy. It was just a lot more responsibilities, of course, because I had no family out there. I had no safety net. I had nothing. So I just and I was in charge of all the bills and stuff. So I would have to just keep a tab in the back of my head, like, oh, how much is electrical this month? How much is Wi-Fi this month? How much is gas this month? When is it due? What is it like? Is it more than last month? Why is it more than last month? Kind of just like stuff that I don't got to worry about now. So yeah, just a lot more, I guess, adulting, a lot more adulting out there. But like I said, it was good to like teach me and kind of get a taste of what it was young. So yeah.
Do you think that you're like, I wouldn't say like less adult, but like since you moved back home with your parents, like did that like lift a weight off of you? Like, it probably did, but like in what way?
It just, because not having to worry about bills, it definitely is less adult, way less adulting. You know, like my parents, they'll cook dinner, you know, unless we get food or something. But, you know, sometimes my mom will make dinner, and that's something that, like, sometimes, you know, we'd have to make our own dinner there, and like, or most of the time. But, you know, grocery shopping, my parents, it's way less adulting, I won't lie. You know, I'm not gonna try to sit here and like act like it's way less responsibility. That's what I'm saying. If you're young and you have a good job and you have a good income, just milk living with your parents. Even if you can move out, just keep stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking, and move out when like you will literally be set for a good amount. Like move out when you have time to, like, you know, get situated, still have a lot of money. So that's what I want to do. That's why I want to move out with like 50K, because I'll have time. Like if I want to move somewhere where I'll have to get a new job, then I'll have 50K to kind of like for that time to find a new job or whatever like that. Or if I just want to focus on school, I have 50K to kind of like to pay rent while I'm focusing on school. So yeah.
So from my takeaway from all of what we talked about was like you learned how to like what finances were like and like being more of an adult. And like, where did you work over there?
I worked at Cane's and Dutch.
What was your experience with that?
Cane's sucked.
Straight up, even though you love Cane's.
Absolute buns. Absolute like loquacious for sure. But
because you like love Cane's. Like Cane's. Out of all the people that I know, it's like
I've probably dropped,
Dennis is Cane's.
Since I've been back, I've probably dropped maybe like $600-700 on Cane's.
Oh my god! And do you get the same thing like every time?
Of course, Canadian combo, no slaw, extra toast, extra sauce. You know, every single time. And it's just like, it is what it is, you know. And yeah, I love Cane's. Don't like working it out. The people were cool.
What made you want to work there? Because you love Cane's.
Well, I love Cane's. Yeah, so I was like, I want to work there. But yeah, but Dutch was so fun. I'm not gonna lie, Dutch was the funnest thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. Dutch is like low key, like, I don't know. Dutch was so fun. Oh man, just thinking about it, it was great. The coworkers, great. You know, the customers, great. Because most of it's like obviously Dutch, you have to be like in the person's face. You know, like they kind of make you do that, and most of the customers know that. So they'll you know, they like if you're going to Dutch, you kind of like, and you expect us to talk to you. So most of the time, it's people that want to talk. So it's cool getting to know people. Even the regulars, you get to know like their whole life. Like I had this one regular who she was remodeling a house, and like I got taken through the whole process through like months. She kept updating me because she would come by every night. So it was just super fun. Coworkers were amazing. We'd mess around, we'd have fun. We'd, you know, still do our job, but it was just if it didn't pay like minimum wage, I would work there for the rest of my life, like easily. If it paid well, like easily. It was so fun, but it didn't even feel like work. It felt like I was just going to hang out with my friends. It was so fun, but. Yeah, shout out to all my Dutch people in Washington because I still talk to them, all of them. I'm going up to visit them. I don't know when, but semi soon, I think. So, yeah, I still love all of them for sure. So,
would you say that you said Dutch paid minimum wage? So, would you say that kind of helped you with your finances, or not necessarily?
It paid minimum wage, but the tips were really, really good because. In our franchise, there was 4 Dutches, and I worked at the most popular one. So the tips were really good. And people at Dutch do tip a lot. So really, I was probably making around $24 an hour with tips. But I just didn't think about Dutch is it's not full-time. So I was only getting like 20-25 hours a week. If it was full-time, I think it'd be great. But to work up your way to get to full-time there, it takes like a year plus at least. So it's definitely something that like if you want to work full-time, it's best to like get into it in high school because I don't really think they hire older people. Like my manager, which was the oldest one there, was like 27.
Yeah, so every time I go there, I always see it's always young people. It's nothing like
because they want you to be like young, energetic. They want you to be relatable, and like Dutch is like most of their audience are like teenagers, so they want their like workers to be relatable. So some 60-year-old man is going to talk to a bunch of teenagers. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but yeah, it definitely like kept me going. Like I've never stressed about like, oh, am I going to have rent this month? Like it definitely helped because I worked at Cane's and Dutch at one point. I worked 2 jobs.
Okay. So what was that like?
Buns.
Well, like, because I know, like, in California, like, if you really wanted to move out in California, like, you have to have, like, at least 2 jobs.
Yeah,
Like, there's
yeah.
no way you could afford rent and, like, all your bills. And it's just crazy. Because I know that it's probably a little bit cheaper over in Washington. But, like, I don't know if it's that much cheaper.
It's a lot cheaper. Washington, honestly, if you're really looking to, like, move out cheaper, Texas is probably, like, the best bet. But Washington was a little bit lower. It's still, like, top, like, 5 most expensive states, I think. But it definitely was lower. We lived in a pretty nice part of town in a pretty nice apartment complex. And for a 2-bed, 2-bath, it was, like, $2,000. So it wasn't, which here, if you lived in, like, a nice area and, like, a nice apartment, it'd probably be, like, 5,000 or... Yeah, probably. Yeah. So, like, the apartments next to my house, those are pretty nice. I think they're going for, like, 3,000 for, like, a studio. Just crazy. Yeah, that is. So, yeah, living definitely is cheaper there. Houses, just the real estate in general there is a lot cheaper, but that's anywhere except for, like, Hawaii. So, yeah, it was definitely a lot. Like, if we really wanted to live in, like, a not too good part of town, we could pay for, like, it was, like, $1,400 for, like, a 2-bed, 2-bath. So, super cheap. Yeah. But, yeah, it was a lot cheaper.
So, let's talk music. Do you want to
talk music? Yeah.
Okay, so I've known you for 14 years, and you have never been into, like, girly pop music, like Sabrina and, like, Tate, Madison, Billie, like, and then you come back, and then you, like, play this whole playlist, and it's, like, all girly pop, and I'm like, I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I genuinely want to know.
In high school, me and my friend group, we only listened to, like, the local rappers, like EBK and, like, Kai Bears and all of them, like, the super local people. But when I got there and I was Dutchified, because Dutch, it was, like, 95% girls. Like, they say Dutch is for the girls and the gays. So I was, like, it was me and, like, 2 other straight guys there. And so all we'd listen to was, like, Charlie XCX and, like, Sabrina Carpenter. So eventually I was like, kind of it, not gonna lie. You listen to it every day, it's like, you know, it ain't too bad. So I had my friend make me a playlist, and now I'm a girly pop. I won't lie. Shit's fire. Shit's heat. I low-key listen to that type of music more than rap now.
So like, what are your, like, top 3, you would say? Like, favorite girl artists, yeah.
One gotta be Tatiana McRae.
Tatiana McRae. Love her.
Absolutely adore her. Second gotta be, like, oh, I don't know. I would have to go through my playlist. Hold on. I'd have to go through my playlist. I don't know. This is tough. Because Lady Gaga, I went through a little Lady Gaga phase too.
Oh. Yeah. Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I didn't expect that.
You know, like, Doechii, Madison Beer, all such good artists, you know. Troye Sivan, so good. Harry Styles. Music videos. So good. So number 1 is Tatiana McRae. Number 2 gotta be, like, I'm gonna have to go, like, Lady Gaga.
Really?
3, I go Charlie XCX for number 3.
Really?
Billie Eilish is a close 4th. Sabrina, I feel like I would, if you asked me 6 months ago, I would say Sabrina, but I've played her so much that, like, I'm just on to do things now. Yeah. But I love Sabrina, though. Shout out Sabrina. But yeah. Like, I was listening to Sabrina even, like, before I moved to Washington, I feel like. So I've been on her for a while.
I actually didn't know that. Because, like, you started blasting it, like, when we were hanging out, like, in the car, and I was like, no way you know this song. Like, no way you know Boy Shit by Madison Beer. Like, real talk.
Shout out Jesus. He put me on all that. So, yeah.
Ooh, okay. So, one more question and then we'll wrap.
Un más pregunta?
So, then versus now.
Yeah.
Then being, like, you're just leaving, and, like, what is your perspective on, like, love, like, relationships, like, before you moved to Washington and compared to now? Like, when you're back here, you already moved, you went through that experience. What is your perspective on?
I would say my most recent relationship definitely taught me a lot and matured me a lot for my next. Definitely made a lot of mistakes that I learned from. And, you know, I feel like... don't be friends with Sadie. That's what I learned from watching.
And don't be friends with Dennis. Well, continuing what you were saying about your perspective.
My perspective on love before I moved compared to now to Washington. Like I said, definitely think I learned a lot of stuff from my previous relationship, a lot of mistakes that I made that I grew from and learned from. And I feel like now I have a lot more mature aspect on love, and like I said, to like not really force much and to kind of just completely love yourself, be at peace with being single, be at peace with like being yourself. And then I think that's when the best time to find someone is. I feel like if you jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, you're never going to have a healthy relationship if you don't give yourself time to heal. And that's kind of like, you know, kind of what I did, not really, but a little bit what I did. And it just like, I don't know, I feel like we shouldn't be in a rush, you know? I feel like you shouldn't be in a rush to be in a relationship, because then, like, I don't know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's going to not. That's kind of what I learned.
So what's meant to be will be.
Yeah, what's meant to be will be. And if it doesn't work out and you really like someone, it is what it is. At the end of the day, just gotta grow from it, and eventually the right person will find you.
Wow.
Follow me on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding.
Any last words that you would like to say?
Get a motorcycle, gamble. Yes. Drink alcohol. Don't drive though. That's stupid. But get a motorcycle and gamble, and drink on the weekends with your friends. And don't be in a rush to be so grown, because you got time and stuff's gonna play out. And when you turn 21, spend it in Vegas with $10,000. Oh, okay. And yeah, so my life lessons, or my points, is to get 1,000cc motorcycle, gamble, drink, do drugs, and love your life.
Turn me up.
All right, thank you so much.
That's actually the outro. No way, I was joking.
Anything else you would like to say for anybody watching? On a serious note.
Nah.
No?
Not really.
Like your main points.
My main points?
Your main points. Like, what would you say to someone who's watching this?
I think the main thing I would just say is don't be in such a rush. Don't be in such a rush to grow up. I think that'll be the main thing. Like, enjoy life. Like, take your time to like look around and enjoy who you are right now, because someone always has it worse than you. And just be grateful for what you have always. And yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on. Literally one of my best friends. And thank you everyone for watching Riley's Rants, where a girl rants about everything life experiences in daily situations. I'm your host, Rylie Keegan, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Oh!
All right, let's go. Bug. What do you mean someday? When? Tell me. I'm done. I'm at my limit. What do you mean someday? No, I want it to be today.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Wait, we have to do the outro. Come on now.
Okay, outro. Cue the scene. Cue the scene.
Okay.
Bam.
Okay, there we go. Okay.